Hello and welcome to the 18 WJTS News for Monday, December 16th, 2024. Thank you so much for choosing us for your local news coverage this evening. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam reporting. On the evening of Sunday, December 15th, the Jasper Police Department responded to a report of a reckless driver on Newton Street. Officers located the vehicle and observed multiple driving infractions while following it. During the investigation, police determined the driver, identified as 30-year-old Joseph Jones of Crawford County, was intoxicated. Jones was taken into custody and transported to the DuBois County Security Center, where he was charged with OWI, a Class C misdemeanor, and OWI endangerment Class A misdemeanor. On Friday, December 13th, around 4:30 p.m., Gibson County Central Dispatch received a 911 complaint of threats being made to a South Gibson school bus driver. This incident initially began when the bus driver, who was alone on the bus and without any students on board, had been traveling westbound on County Road 350 South, heading westbound from US 41, where at the time a train blocked the tracks from being crossed. The driver had found an area where they could turn the bus around safely to find another route of travel. However, upon attempting to turn around in an open lot, 75-year-old Michael DeClue of Princeton ran out to the South Gibson school bus and confronted the driver, allegedly making threats of harming them for driving on his property. The bus driver apologized and attempted to leave when DeClue forced the bus doors open and continued to make threats. The driver was able to get DeClue out of the bus and attempted to leave, but was prohibited from leaving by DeClue as he stood in the way of the bus. At this point, the driver called 911 and DeClue moved out of the way. Multiple officers were dispatched to the area and attempted to speak with DeClue about this incident. After numerous attempts to de-escalate the situation, DeClue was taken into custody, and during a search, a .22 caliber revolver was found on his person. DeClue was transported to the Gibson County Jail, where he was arrested for intimidation, resisting law enforcement, and confinement. Also in Gibson County, on Thursday, December 12th, the Gibson County Sheriff's Office received a report of an adult male intimidating a juvenile. Once an investigation into the incident had begun, a search warrant was issued for 19-year-old Tommy Payne's residence located on the 600 block of North Race Street. While officers were conducting the search warrant, 2 handguns were found, with one being modified to what is commonly referred to as a Glock switch, which makes the weapon fully automatic. After the residence had been searched, Payne was taken into custody and transported to the Gibson County Jail, where he is facing charges of unlawful carrying of a handgun, unlawful possession of a handgun by a dangerous person, possession of a machine gun, and intimidation threat of a forcible felony. The Huntingburg Police Department recently announced on their Facebook page that 2 members of their team had been promoted. In these promotions, Jan Ilgen began their newest sergeant and Ted Clem moved up to detective. The police department congratulated Ted and Jan on their well-deserved promotions and stated they looked forward to their continued contributions to the safety and well-being of the community. A familiar radio and television veteran here at DC Broadcasting was recently honored over this past weekend. Here's Ty Hunter with more.
Before the opening tip-off on Saturday night, all eyes were on one man, WBDC Sports Director Kurt Gooksell.
This year marks 35 years of Kurt Gooksell on the mic for the Raiders.
For 35 years, Gooksell has brought the action, excitement, and the heart of Southridge athletics to listeners across the region.
Kurt has put in more hours than anybody can count. Kurt has been tremendous to our coaches. He's been friends to our coaches. He has a passion for our athletes. It's not just him on the radio. It's not just Kurt's voice. That's not what necessarily makes Kurt special. He's great at it. He's tremendous at it. He's the best.
As the voice of the Raiders, he's become a household name and a cherished figure in the community.
Kurt is one of those guys that makes the game special. Being here, playing in this gym, having all the things we do for our kids and our programs, it's still, when football, basketball, baseball, all the sports and all the time and effort, long nights and long days that Kurt has, and he still has the same amount of passion and energy and talent that he ever has.
Congratulations to Kurt Goodsell on this well-deserved recognition. His 35 years of dedication continue to inspire the Southridge community, and we thank him for being the voice of the Raiders.
Thanks, Kurt. Kurt Goodsell with a plaque. The West League thank you for his tireless efforts and unmatched commitment of 35 years of bringing greatness to the
Way to go, Kurt. For 18 WJTS, I'm Ty Hunter with this special report.
Congratulations to WBDC, WAXL, and 18 WJTS TV Sports Director Kurt Goodsell. A reminder to drivers that the Dubois County Highway Department will be closing Schnellville Road on Wednesday, December 18th to pour a concrete cap approximately 1/4 mile east of Rustic Acres Road. Work will take place between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. on that day, barring any unforeseen circumstances. The new single-lane traffic roundabout planned for the intersection of Indiana Highways 64 and 162 is still on schedule to break ground for construction in the spring of 2025. Local stakeholders can now sign up for text alerts that will soon keep them in the loop about construction, road closures, and other updates. To find the link to register, you can visit our website. As part of public outreach efforts, INDOT and local officials plan to host a roundabout practice day in spring of 2025. This voluntary event will allow drivers of all ages to familiarize themselves with entering, yielding, and exiting a roundabout, ensuring smoother transitions once the new traffic feature is operational. Roundabouts have been proven to be safer and more efficient than traditional intersections, with research showing they can move 3,000% more traffic while reducing fatal crashes by 90%. This roundabout, scheduled to open in 2026, will replace the red light intersection at the Brettsville Junction, 6 miles southeast of Jasper. Its construction was announced by INDOT in 2022. And that wraps up your Monday news here on 18 WJTS. Next up, we'll sit down with Jasper Mayor Dean Vonderheide for another installment of Monday with the Mayor. We'll be right back.